Good morning, guys. This is Kenzo Xtrahot Forex. So let's go straight to our daily analysis. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. And you know what? Yeah, the market has been going crazy. Dollar is gaining some momentums here and there. But why? Why is the dollar going up? Why do we see some strength? You can see here on DXY, the market broke out, even though we don't really see aggressive push anymore. But this was crazy. There must be some reasons behind that, because if we go on our economic calendar, let's go on our economic calendar. Let's see. We never got anything. Monday, there was nothing. Tuesday, nothing aggressive. Wednesday. Oh, yesterday it was Wednesday. Also, things was positive on retail sales. We saw some little push here and there. And today it's Thursday. But why the market did push? Because the market pushed even before 3:30, or even before retail sales. I forgot about this. I forgot about that. But I don't think that has had any bigger impact. Maybe on gold, but no, because the market still pushed after, even before that. So, but besides that, we have to understand what's really happening in the market. What triggered the dollar to be that stronger again? So when we check on 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 CNBC, you can easily see that they're saying. Let me just read this for you. FOMC could ease monetary policy more slowly than expected. Okay, let's see. I just want to read the points for you. So, central bank will look to lower interest rates this year, which means is to cut the rates, right? So, okay. Uh, methodically and carefully adding, I see no reason to move. Okay, yeah, I think this is the one which is very important. So the guy, I think is who? Christopher Weller, and he said, I see no reason to move as quickly or cut as rapidly as in the past. So that after we saw Dow Jones or US30 dropping 0.6% during the first trading session, and the S&P 500 0.7, and the Nasdaq Composite 0.9. So, and we see Treasury yield, 10 years Treasury yield, because it was pushing up as it likes the higher interest rates. So, what's really happening here is they're saying that, yes, they might cut the rates. Let's say they will cut the rates, but they're not going to do it as quick as the way we thought. Maybe, mostly I thought maybe it's going to be after the second half, let's say after June. And they can still do that maybe around November, but that will be late. But these statements are the ones that are messing the market, not really the rates or something. These statements, people focus on this so much, and that causes the emotions for traders to look the market in a different way. So yes, I don't see them saying that they're not going to cut the rates. They're saying they're going to cut them, but a bit slower. So which means most of the times when we receive FOMC, mostly they're just going to pause and wait for the right time. And that right time might be way later, because you saw you saw retail sales are positive, which means things are going up, but it's not really a bigger deal, because it's coming from December. We saw sorry we saw CPI also pushing up. We saw NFP also pushing up, but we never had any aggressive push. So interest rate is very, 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 very important. But that statement is just something. So we need to be extra careful, before we just jump on the buying side. Yes, the market might change and start to buy, but they never said they're not going to increase the rate. So if maybe you did not really know, because I also did not really know, I tried to check for the updates of those news and stuff like that, but I did not really get that. Now I see that they did post that. That's why what was happening behind the scene, or maybe wherever they were interviewing Christopher. So now back to our technicals. But before we go there, guys, please just know that we still have that special that ends this weekend. So it's today, Friday, Saturday. So we left with 3 days. You can join our 12 months for $48. So coming from $280. Coming from $280. So you're saving a lot if you want to be part of the team. So yeah, if you want to be part of the team, you will just let me know. You can scan the QR code, or here is our you can see our services. So you can scan this QR code or use my WhatsApp. So everything is there. So let's go straight to our analysis and see what's really happening. I will try to be as quick as possible. Especially when we offer this signals, this analysis every day. So it means it's just an update what happened yesterday, and now we just continue on that where we left off. So there was this $19 for, I think it was for 6 months. Guys, that $19 special, guys, I said it ended yesterday. So plus people, they were so relaxed on that, so it's fine, guys. It's no longer going to be available. It's not available anymore. So if you want to be part of the team, you just let me know first. So what's really happening on DXY? This is the dollar index. It shows the strength of the dollar, whether it's weak or positive, but we're gonna see it here. So you can see that previously, yes, everything was just straightforward. The market was just going down, withdrawn everything was very nice and straightforward, everything was correct. Guess what? We had something like this. Let me just draw something like that, and then the market broke out around number 3. And you can see that previously, before that, the market was just consolidating. The market was just going up and down. The market was not going anywhere. And that after it pushed the market to break out, you can see that the market started to break out. So can we jump on the buy of these dollars? No, not yet. Let's wait for proper structures. Sometimes we don't really have to just jump on a new trend, but this shows that the market just broke out. Everything is perfect here. So maybe the market wants to retest here and push up again. We don't know. That might happen. Or maybe the market will try to continue going lower again. Because those news, I don't know why people panic so much. We all know that they're not just going to cut unnecessarily. They are going to cut very slower. That's how it is. So yeah, I don't really see any crazy structure here. I'm just waiting for the market to, maybe we will see a retest before pushing up. Then it means the dollar structures, the dollar everywhere, dollar pairs, they are going to change the trends. If this is what is going to happen. But if maybe the market is not going to continue like this, and the market might continue going down, it means that that move, or it was not really proper. It was just an adjustment. So I'm expecting that, actually. I'm expecting that, but I will be waiting here. So even in our group yesterday, we did miss some trades because we had some buy pending orders, which were triggered. Some of them were triggered, and then the market goes against us. Very sad, especially on the new week like this, especially when we were just eating a few days ago. Okay, this is not correct. It's fine like that. So what do we see on a dollar ZAR, USD ZAR? So what's really happening? Dollar and South African rand. Yes, this is what I like. The trend is still pushing up. The market is still pushing up. But what we can do here is, let's wait for the market to reach our support area and push to the upside. We can buy at the lowest area. The market is not really giving us other options where we can just continue buying where it is. So we don't really have any choice but to wait for the market to go closer to the resistance, to the support area. So on top here, I think we had something. We had something like that. The market broke out of that. So we will see if maybe that materialize it, maybe to give us maybe a proper resistance on a horizontal side. If not, maybe the market will be trying to push lower towards that support area. But what I see here is maybe the market will be trying to reverse. You can see this is around the same level as previous resistance. So maybe the market doesn't really want to push higher. We might see the market trying to push lower. So but we will see. You saw DXY, right? It's now trying to reverse. So now this one is the one which is quite different. So on USD JPY, the story is quite different. We've been waiting for it. You can see the market was going down very nice. We've been waiting for it because this area made sense that we don't really have to just jump on that buy. But you know what? The market broke out of that. So what we're going to do is we just have to wait for the market to come around this level. Then we can continue buying. You know what? These trends can last very long. So there is no point trying to hijack these trends, you see. So if we missed something, that's fine. We were waiting for proper moves. Let me remove this. We were waiting for proper structure that can actually confirm with us to say, you know what, I'm seriously pushing to the upside. And yeah, that's how it is. So what I'm waiting for here, it's something like the market can do something like this. Let's see, something like that. Maybe something like that. Or maybe the market will just decide to break. That is fine. If the market breaks this level, it's fine. We're going to just continue buying. We will have our first buy there. Or maybe the market will come back around this level. Then we can start buying around these levels. That's how it is. Unless if the market keeps pushing lower. But I don't think that will now happen. And now this trend proved itself that now we're pushing to the upside. Dollar is very stronger against JPY. So let's push to the next one, guys. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. And yeah, the channel is growing very nice, very quick, by the way. So this is something that is still confusing me on the dollar, because you showed JPY is pushing up, something like that. But when we check our GBP/USD, it's a different story. It still shows that the dollar is not really that strong. It still shows that the dollar is not really that strong. Do you see that? Someone can draw it like that. It's still fine. I can see something like that. Someone can draw it like that. I think it's still fine, but it's fine. I will just continue with this. I see the market did touch there several times. So what's really happening here is we are still on that uptrend. Nothing changed. So, but when I checked the market yesterday, the market was already moving away. No, I think it wasn't like this. The market was, if you still remember, let's make something. Let's change here and there. It was something like this. I want people to understand something here, so that you don't really jump on a sell and say, oh, the market. That's what we did also on USD JPY. We did not really jump on that buy because the market can do something like this. So yesterday we had something like this. You can see it made sense. The uptrend was actually correct. But if you go closer, you will see that no, man, the market did break out. But this breakout is just an adjustment. The market is just adjusting, because if you check this level, it still makes sense and it's still in the same level where the market was respecting. And the market came here and just pushed up. So it means the market can still continue, and the market might not really care much about this level. and that happens. So don't fall for that sell once you start to see that. So this is called an adjustment. It's not really a fake breakout. The market is still continuing, respecting the previous support, but maybe for those who don't know, that it's a different thing for them. But I just want you to understand that the market was adjusting the trend. So we will have something like this. Mostly we have something like this in the structures. You know what? The market evolves and you have to learn so many things. So previously we used to get it wrong and we start to sell, and to get mostly a few days later you start to realize that the market was just respecting the previous support, and mostly it happens like that. So what we have is we just have to adjust our structure. The market can still continue pushing to the upside. So sometimes it's bad because you just sell, you think maybe it's going to be a downtrend, then the market continues pushing to the upside and you lose, unfortunately. So but now we can reduce that losses by making sure that we wait for the market to break this horizontal one here. If it's broken, there's nothing that we can say we will look at. It means we just have to say, okay, it's broken. Let's try to push. Let's try to go down now. Now we're going to look for that sell. So we're not going to fight the trends. As long as the trend is not clear, we're not going to do anything. If the trend is clear, it's where we're going to do what? We're going to act. I think I'm taking a long some time now. So another thing that is confusing me also, you can easily see here is it's Euro USD, quite similar to GBP USD. What's really happening? You can easily see that. Yes, let me push it a little bit lower, something like this. Not really far. Yeah, I think this makes sense. So you can see that the market is pushing to the upside. We had a buy pending order there, but the market was just playing around. So here it still shows that actually the dollar, it pushed lower. You can see here. Then we had to adjust our structure. It pushed lower, but at the end of the day, when we try to redraw or try to correct our trends, it still makes sense that the market can still push the upside. The trend on my side is still making sense. So even if I delete everything, you'll still see the same thing. Let me just redraw this. You'll see that this still makes sense. This actually still makes sense. And let's just connect here and not because the market is maturing, so we can just try to continue connecting new points and say, you know what, we have to just do something like this. Okay, do something like that. So you will start to realize that no, the market is still on that uptrend. So what we're going to do here is, yes, we also had a horizontal area there, and it showed us as like it's a breakout. But now you can see that the market is going above. Let me zoom. The market is trying to go above that level. You can see that. Let me remove this. I sent this to my student. So this is what we had before as a horizontal support. You see that the market actually broke out of this structure, but now the market is going up again. So what's really happening? Is this not a breakout? It was a breakout, but it was just an adjustment. The market was just trying to connect or make sure that it connects with the previous structures, because sometimes the market pushes way too higher, then the market comes back to reconnect with the older structures, and that's what's really happening. Because when you check, if you clear your structure and draw it again, you will start to realize that no, the structure still makes sense. The structure still makes sense that we are on an uptrend. So here we had a buy pending order. I don't know if my people are still holding. I will try to check with them, because the market yesterday was just going crazy and I did not really know what was happening. So you can see that that retail sales that we got from US did not really trigger the market. The market is still against the dollar. So this shows that the trend is still very, 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 very strong. I'm still expecting to see some very nice bullish momentum, but I might be wrong. The market can change that. But for now, as long as we're still moving above our support area, I'm still very, 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 very bullish. So somewhere that I think here is the one that we got it wrong. gold did react to retail sales. So on this one, we got it wrong. We had a buy pending order, and I think the market did activate because I don't really trade gold that much. I think the market did trigger our order before going down. But what do we have here? Because sometimes we take some losses, guys. Sometimes we have to take a loss, but we have to be true to everyone. Sometimes we take the loss, and that's part of the game. We're not even trying to hide that, but we know that most of the time we smash in the market. So the reason we bought it there, I think, is quite clear. Firstly, the market was on a very nice uptrend, even though we had some reversals, but the market was still above our support area. And what do we do when the market is above our support area? We look for buy. And what I like is we did not really just use an instant execution, or like we did not just buy. We had a buy pending order, little bit above that, and then the market came, touch our pending order. Guess what? The market then started to push the lower side. So, but what we see here is on the gold, to me, it's a clear breakout. You can see that. But what can we do? What can we do? Can we jump on this sell, or can we jump? You can see we also had a horizontal support. So the question is, can we jump on this sell, or we can wait for a retest? I think it's quite straightforward. We can't just jump on this sell. We just have to wait. Remember, I think another push, it's coming from retail sales, even though on the currency pairs, that did not really work that much. So we are going to wait and see what will happen. Will the market push above this horizontal structure, or maybe the market will find this structure very strong and respect that and start to push the lower side? That's what we're going to do. But for those who don't know, what we're going to do here is, let me give you pointers. This is what we're going to do, right? We are going to mark this area. You can see the lowest level there. That's what the market did. So let me just go maybe on 1 hour so that you see what's really happening. So this is what we have. This is the lowest area that the market respected. On top there, it's the resistance. So now we have two structures, support and resistance. So if the market go below this support, then we will confirm and say, no, we are on a sell. If the market pushes up beyond that previous support, now it's a resistance, it means we're no longer actually on a downtrend. The market is just playing games, because and I see the market is doing that, it means the market will continue pushing to the upside. So you don't really have to get confused. So if you want to learn, if you want to have this knowledge, guys, sometimes it takes us enough time to have this type of knowledge. You don't just wake up and have everything in order. You see, sometimes you will think you know, and at the end of the day, you're still getting confused when you're trying to take your trades. That's why you can join our mentorship. That's why you can join our mentorship until you stop getting confused, until you start to make money. Join us. There is no way you can just know the market, or maybe you can take 2 years trying to learn on your own. That is also okay, but it takes time. It takes way longer. So you can scan this QR code. Remember, we still have that special $48 special, which ends this Sunday. So if you want to be part of the team, let me know. It's $48 coming from 280. That's crazy. So once we end with the special, we no longer have anything until, I don't know, maybe until June. So if you miss that, it's up to you. What's really happening on US30? We have a very nice structure. The time is not really on our side. So this is what I think is a very nice example of breakout, and also an adjustment. When we see the market adjust, is when the market is breaking out. Let's say the market is pushing up, exactly as that. The market breaks out, but you can see the breakout there. But when you check that we have a support area a little bit below that the market can still respect and continue with that uptrend. That is not really a fake breakout because the market respected our previous structure. The market was just adjusting the trend so that it can still find another momentum to push the upside. So what we're going to do is we're not going to fight the market. We're just going to say, okay, if maybe there is an adjustment, we're going to do something like this, something like that. So we accommodate that trend, right? So, but for now, it means you can see we also had a buy there. We also had a buy. Why? It showed us that the market is respecting our structure, and the market did push a little bit in our profit. So now we go, let me just clear that. Now it means we're gonna draw a proper structure that accommodates the structure, because you can see from 1, 2, 3, it makes sense. So for us to look for a sell, it's better to wait for the market to go below this support area. Then we can say, yes, we did break every structure that we had. Then now it's time for us to look for that sell. Besides that, now we just need to relax. But it's still on a very nice structure, on a support area where we can look for a buy. But since the market is still aggressively pushing lower, sometimes it's better to wait for the market to open before we jump on the market, because now the market might act like it's going to push up or down. Then you jump on the market. When the market opens, then the market keeps going lower, or maybe the market takes another direction. So let's be safe on the market. Let's be safe. So let's go on Nasdaq. So on Nasdaq, we have something like this. We are on a very nice uptrend. But what we have here, you can see that the market came back a little bit lower. I did not really send this signal. Why? For the people in the group, they understand that we respect risk management and we respect the market. So if maybe we have 2 or 3 positions, or let's say one position that did not really go well, and maybe the other one doesn't really perform very well, I don't really send other signals in the group. Why? We're trying to avoid risk management. Sometimes people take every signal that you take, that you send, and that sometimes it's not really good. You see, that is not really good, because by doing that you're adding some losses to other people, because some they will be emotionally trying to trade, trying to recover, whatever. So when I see something like an opportunity, I don't really send that, because every signal that we send, obviously, firstly, it looked like an opportunity, but it turned out to be a loss, you see. So once we see that, I don't really send much, but I see that, yeah, the market did respect this area very nice. Now it's pushing to the upside, but the bigger picture is we are on a very nice uptrend. Let me remove that. I was showing my students some stuff. So we are still on a very nice uptrend. But the market is still far from our, let me remove this, guys. Let me remove this. I was just trying to show. So we have something like this now. So now the market has this room of playing around the support and resistance. But the bigger picture is, if the market comes back again, or comes back around this support, we're going to buy that. If it breaks this resistance, we're going to continue buying also. So for now, let's just relax. Let's wait for the market to open. There's so much stuff happening. You can see on the news, there's so much geopolitical news that might also affect the way the market moves. There is also this talks about FOMC or interest rates that can also make the market the market won't be that stable. So if maybe I don't really send signals that much, that is a good thing, because that is part of risk management. So thank you very much. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. So yeah, don't forget to be part of the team. You can join the winning team. So wow.